Today on Camp Outside, we're going to review the campground at Brown County State Park in Nashville, Indiana. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're going to do a review of the campground at Brown County State Park in Nashville, Indiana. This is stop number 4 on our Indiana summer tour in an RV provided to us by Mount Comfort RV. I want to thank Mount Comfort RV for being a sponsor of this video and being such fantastic supporters of Camp Outside. Guys, if you need an RV, a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, a pop-up, if you need parts or service, or you want to rent one to try out this RVing thing, go see my friends at Mount Comfort RV. Tell them Camp Outside sent you. So Brown County State Park is an enormous state park with lots to see and do, and it has an absolutely enormous campground. Let's take a look at it. Brown County State Park is located in Nashville, Indiana, just south of Indianapolis. It's easily accessed by Lafayette or Indy, Evansville, Louisville, Lexington, Cincinnati, or Fort Wayne. As you can see, Brown County State Park is quite large. It has an amazing system of hiking trails, beautiful vistas, a lodge, a swimming pool, and a huge campground. The campground is primarily broken into 3 loops, and we're going to take a look at all 3 loops today. But as you can see, there is quite a bit of campground. So the campground map is broken up into 2 pages. The first page shows Buffalo Ridge Campground and the Raccoon Ridge Campground. The second page shows the entirety of the Taylor Ridge Campground. And the Taylor Ridge Campground covers a lot of area with a lot of sites. There's one last thing I want to mention before we get further into the video, is that there are signs everywhere that says rattlesnakes and copperheads may be in this area. While we didn't encounter any snakes there, I see posts on Facebook all the time about people encountering snakes in Brown County State Park. Be sure to be careful when you're in the park. Let's take a look at the camp store. The camp store is located right at the entrance to the campground, and there are parking lots from both within the campground and outside the campground for the camp store. You don't have to enter the campground to get into the camp store parking lot. Here's a look at the exterior of the camp store. It offers some food, ice, firewood, and some other camping amenities that you may have forgotten from home. There's a really nice playground at the entrance to the campground. Check it out. Playgrounds are a must when you're camping with small kids, and this state park has a great playground. As you can see, it's right at the entrance to the campground. There's also another one in the Buffalo Ridge section. I wasn't able to film that one, but here you go with the one that's just outside the campground itself. Lots of swings and slides, benches to sit on. Just a really nice playground. A campground this large has a number of restrooms. We're going to take a look at some of the examples. There are 2 full-service restrooms in the Buffalo Ridge Campground and 1 in the Raccoon Ridge Campground. All of these restrooms have running water, hot showers, and flush toilets. There are also 3 full-service restrooms in the Taylor Ridge section of the campground, and they're spread out among the campground so you don't have too far of a distance to walk to get to a full-service restroom. So this is one of the restrooms in the Taylor Ridge section. So you can see it's a nice building. It also has a Pepsi machine out front if you're craving a soda. This is the restroom that was nearest our campsite. It had men on one side and women on the other. And as I said before, the restrooms were equipped with running water, hot showers, and flush toilets. Here's the interior of that restroom. So as you can see, urinals as well as some stalls with toilets. Here's the handicap stall. And then some regular stalls as well. As you can see, there were several sinks with mirrors and some hand dryers. And then we'll make our way over to the shower section, where there were a bunch of shower stalls. The shower stalls offer some nice privacy, and then here's the handicap shower stall. There are also some pit toilets located in the campground, with one in the Buffalo Ridge section and one in the Raccoon Ridge section, as well as 6 pit toilets in the Taylor Ridge section. So pit toilets don't have any running water, but sometimes there's a water spigot co-located with the restrooms. This state park has both the old style of pit toilet, as you see right there. You can also see a hand sanitizer on the outside of the building, which is nice. But it also had the new style of pit toilets, which are much nicer, with more privacy and just a better overall restroom experience. Also, for you RVers, notice that there is a dump station just outside the Buffalo Ridge campground. Be advised, though, this dump station gets very busy, especially on weekends. Let's take a driving tour and check out the campground. We're going to start at the main entrance, make our way past the check-in station, and head into the Buffalo Ridge campground. Just behind us and to the left was the playground. The building on the right is the recreation building. The building on the left up ahead is the camp store, and you can see we're entering into the check-in station. As we make our way through the check-in station, we enter the Buffalo Ridge campground. To our left is parking for the camp store. And we're going to turn right here to enter the Buffalo Ridge campground. We're going to pass sites 1 through 19. Just to the right there, beyond the campsites, is a playground. I wasn't able to film that playground, unfortunately. So we're now passing sites 11, 12, and 13. That's site 14 to the right where the red truck is. And we're passing 15 through 19 on the left. All right, next we're going to take a right, and we're going to do the loop in the Buffalo Ridge campground. So now we're passing sites 62 through 93. There's a full-service restroom to the left. Some added parking. So as you can see, the sites in this campground are not very deep. So you see a lot of pop-ups and small travel trailers, also tent campers. The sites inside the loop to the left are a little bit deeper. But as you can see, somebody got a big old fifth wheel in there. So make sure that when you're reserving these sites that you're checking the length on Reserve America to make sure that you're going to fit in your site. So as you can see, it's a tight squeeze in here. Here's one of the newer style pit toilets. And that's Site 94 to the right there, off by itself, which is kind of nice. Sites to the right there are 95 and 96. So if you like a little bit of privacy, 94, 95, and 96 are really nice sites. As we come up, we're going to pass 97, 98, and 99 on the right, and 100 and 101 to the left. There's the restroom again. All right, now we're going to hit the rest of the sites in the Buffalo Ridge Campground. We're going to follow the path indicated by the red line and arrows. So we're passing sites 67 to 62 on the right and 69 to 64 on the left. There's a dumpster for trash. I have no idea what that barn is for. I was always wondering about that. Now we're passing sites 58 to 54 on the right, and as you can see, they're very shallow drives, so good for tent camping or maybe some pop-ups. There's another dumpster. We're going to continue on, passing 19 to 25 on the left and 58 to 54 on the right, and then 31 to 28 on the right. That's the dump station straight ahead of us. And I'm going to turn back in, and we're going to go past sites 35 to 32 on the right and 36 to 38 on the left. As you can see, I've got some larger RVs and travel trailers in this part of the campground. All right, we're going to take a left and pass sites 52 to 43 on the right and 38 to 36 on the left. I should say on the left it goes 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, then back to 36 again. All right, next we're going to cover the campsites on Pimon Road, and those are sites 500 through 509. So as we exit the Buffalo Ridge Campground, you're going to see the dump station again right there. And we're going to take a left onto Pimon Road. And we're going to pass sites 500 to 509. And most of the sites are on the left except for 503, most of the sites are on the right, except for 503, which was on the left, as you saw there. That's a restroom, full service restroom with showers. And as we turn around here, we're going to head back down Pimon Road and then head to the Raccoon Ridge Campground. So I really like the Pimon Road sites. This is a little bit quieter section of Campground. There's not as many kids on bikes and things like that, so it's a little less activity. You're really close to a full-service restroom. You're really close to the camp store. So that's a look at Pimon Road. And when you're driving around here, you definitely have to be careful for kids on bikes because they don't necessarily pay much attention. Okay, as we head to Raccoon Ridge Campground, we're going to pass some water fill stations on the right here. There's two uh, posts that have water spigots, so you can definitely fill your water tanks before you head to your site. And the road we're on is called Walnut Road. Walnut Road runs parallel to one of the main roads in the park, but you can't get into this section of the campground unless you go through the check-in station. When we were here, the brood 10 of cicadas was very active, and so it was very loud. To the left on the main road is the nature center. So you can definitely walk or ride bikes to the nature center from the campground. Although depending on where you're camping, it could be quite a walk because this campground is quite large and quite spread out. Okay, so we're approaching the Raccoon Ridge Campground. So for the Raccoon Ridge Campground, we're going to head into the campground and start the loop. We're going to follow the path indicated by the red arrows. So as we head down Sassafras Road in the Raccoon Ridge Campground, one of the things I want to mention is that the sites on the outside of the loop are non-electric sites. So we're passing sites 102 to 105 right now on the right. That's a full-service restroom on the left. So all the sites to my right when I'm driving through here are non-electric. Okay, so now that we've entered the loop here, we're going to pass sites 111 to 126 on the right. Again, non-electric sites. And the sites on the inside of the loop are 113 to 125, and they do have electric hookup. There's one of the new style pit toilets. And I should say that the sites that have electric hookup don't have water or sewer. So only electric sites for hookup, and then again on the outer loop, none of these sites have electric. So we're passing sites 126, 128 now. We're going to pass 128 through 144 on the right, and 132 to 142 on the left. And again, these sites aren't very deep. The non-electric sites are really best suited for tent campers, but you could put an RV in there, small RV or pop-up or travel trailer. Alright, so now we're going to exit the Raccoon Ridge Campground, and we're going to follow the path into the Taylor Ridge section of the campground. So on our right, we're going to pass sites 145, 146, and 147. The site on the left there is Site 109. And then we're going to pass Sites 149, 150, 152, 153, and 154 on the right. Full service restroom to the left. On the left also is Sites 156, 157, and 158. And we're passing Sites 152 through 154 on the right. And now we are going to head off to the Taylor Ridge section of the campground. So here's the first leg of the Taylor Ridge drive. So Taylor Ridge is really spread out, so it's a pretty long drive in here, and it's on a ridgetop, so all the sites are along a major road. So you won't have sites behind you, and the campground isn't set out in a grid. So we're going to pass sites 164 to 193. You have campsites on both sides of the road, as you can see. Passing a dumpster on the right and a new style of pit toilet. So being on top of a ridge, the sites aren't perfectly level, so you're going to have to work to level your RV or travel trailer. But they're not too bad. At least most of them aren't too bad. I didn't see anybody really having any troubles. And as you can see, some sites are a lot deeper than others. So you just need to be aware of site length if you have a large tow rig or RV. And so we just passed site 193. It was on the right there. So as we head into Taylor Ridge on Walnut Road, we're going to come up to Black Oak Road. There's one of the old style pit toilets to the right. That's 194 on the right. So we're going to turn right onto Black Oak Road. And we're going to head past site 195 to 213. As you can see, it's pretty tight in here. We're going to turn right and go up past sites 201 to 213 on the right. And inside that little loop is sites 202, 204, and 205. So again, these sites are mostly pretty small. And you can tell by who's in here what fits, right? So relatively small travel trailers, relatively small RVs, and a lot of tent campers. A dumpster for trash on the left, a full service restroom facility on the right. All right. So now we are going to turn back onto Walnut Road. So we're heading towards the exit. We just passed the main restroom facility again. We're passing sites 218 to 215 on the right. On the left, we're passing sites 212 to 197. So that was 215 on the right there. And we're going to go enter back into Black Oak Road and cover the sites we missed. Okay, so we're going to turn into Black Oak Road, as I said, and cover the sites we missed, and then we're going to continue on in the Taylor Ridge section. As I make the turn, you can see it's quite tight. I had to back up to get around this little car. Okay, so on the left are sites 197 to 212. Past the party again. And instead of turning right, we're going to go straight. So we're passing sites 209, 210, 211, and 212. On the right are sites 202, 204, and 205. There's a handicap site that's all paved. That should be site 213 again. And then we're passing the full-service restroom again. All right. Now we're going to pass sites 220 to 228 on the right and 219 to 230 on the left. All right, and now we should be passing 231 to 247 on the left and 232 to 244 on the right. And I should mention that it's not evens on the left and odds on the right or anything like that. It's basically how they numbered it as they moved into the campground. So the numbers can be a little bit confusing. All right, now we're going to turn into Dogwood Road and do this little campground loop. So we're going to pass site 248 and 252 on the right, and then 249, 250, 251, 253, and 254 on the left. So that's site 252. Pretty cool campsite if you're a tent camper. You can really hear the cicadas in here. And then we're going to head back to Walnut Road and continue on. There's another dumpster for trash. Okay, so the next leg will be to continue on in the Taylor Ridge section of the campground, following the path indicated by the red arrows. So we're going to pass sites 258 to 265. There's another newer pit toilet. And then past the pit toilet, we're going to pass sites 266 to 271. This really is a beautiful campground. I love the trees. I love the wooded feel. I loved being up on a ridge. Alright, now we're making our way past 269 to 271 on the right. We're going to cover Locust Road on the left on the way out. So that's the road to the left that's got some sights on it. Alright, and now we're going to pass sites 277 to 287 on the right. And we're going to pass sites 422 to 419, 418 on the left, and then 417 to 414 on the left. Now on the left, we're passing 381 to 378. On the right, we're passing 284 to 288. We're going to make a right here, but off to the left up ahead, you can see a full-service restroom, and then as well a dumpster. So now we're passing 288 to 298 on the right, and 308 to 299 on the left. And I really like this section of Campground. The views out of the back of these sites down the hill were just fantastic. Be sure to check out my campsite review videos for Taylor Ridge at Brown County State Park. At the end of this loop is an older style pit toilet. Okay, so we're going to make our way back Red Oak Road and then turn onto Chestnut Oak Road. Obviously following the path with the red arrows. Okay, so on the right is sites 299 to 308, and on the left will be sites 298 to 288. I should mention, because I haven't mentioned it in this video, that if you're pulling a travel trailer or you have an RV or you have a large vehicle, you want to come in the west gate of the park. The north gate has an old covered bridge that is not big enough to handle large RVs and travel trailers. So if you're coming into the campground pulling a trailer or an RV, you want to make sure that you come in the west gate. Alright, as we approach the intersection, you'll notice the full-service restroom ahead and to the right. Those restrooms have running water, hot showers, and flush toilets, as I said before. And this restroom even has a Pepsi machine out front, so if you're looking for a cold soda or pop, depending on where you're from, you can hit up that machine. Alright, so we're passing 308 to 316 on the right. And then on the left here, we're going to have 323 to 317. This is another pretty section of the campground. The sites to my right now have a great view down off the ridge. And I really like these cul-de-sac sites as well. Alright, so we are going to head out Chestnut Oak Road and down into Tulip Tree Road. So now sites 321 to 323 will be on the right, and sites 314 to 310 will be on the left. And instead of going all the way to the intersection by the restroom, we're going to hang a right here. And we're going to pass sites 324 to 328 on our right. So the restroom is just off to our left through those trees. And then we're going to hang a right onto Tulip Tree Road, where we're going to pass sites 328 to 351 on our right, and sites 374 to 352 on our left. And as we drive along here, you can get a sense for how people park their tow rigs as well as their travel trailers. Some sites are larger than others. Sometimes you have to get a little creative with parking, but people always seem to manage. Passing one of the newer style pit toilets on the left, and also a dumpster for trash. And again, all the sites in this section of the campground have electric hookup, but no water or sewer hookup. And we've reached the end of Tulip Tree Road. Okay, so we're going to head back up Tulip Tree Road, then turn back onto Walnut Road, and then down Aspen Road. So as we make our way up Tulip Tree Road, sites 354 to 378 will be on our right, and sites 348 to 328 will be on our left. And keep in mind, you're pretty far from the fill station, so if you have an RV or travel trailer, you definitely want to make sure you top off your water tanks at those fill stations we mentioned on Walnut Road, because it is a long drive to get water. There are also water spigots located around the campground, but it's pretty hard to fill up your RV or travel trailer at those water spigots. It's a whole lot easier to just fill up water jugs or water bottles, whatever you need. I'm not even sure those spigots are threaded for a hose attachment. They might be, I just can't remember. Again, with these sites sitting on top of a ridge, the views out the back of your campsite are beautiful. And I would love to camp here in the fall to see the changing colors. Okay, we're passing a dumpster on the left for trash. And there is the full-service restroom. So we've made it back to Walnut Road, where we're going to turn right, passing sites 378 to 381 on the right, and 288 to 284 on the left. Now we're going to turn down Aspen Road, where we're going to pass sites 381 to 392 on the right and 414 to 393 on the left. I love that site there, 392, right next to the new style pit toilet. Okay, we're going to head back up Aspen Road, then we're going to hang a right, go around the other full service restroom, and then back out Walnut Road. We're also going to hit Locust Road. So now we're going to be passing sites 393 to 399 on the right and 389 to 383 on the left. One thing I want to mention is if you're a tent camper, not all the sites have a large amount of level ground for pitching a tent, so be sure to check out my campsite review videos for the Taylor Ridge section of the campground. We're going to be releasing those every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube, and we're going to release a site video every Wednesday until we've covered all the sites we've recorded in Taylor Ridge. So now we're making a turn where we're going to cover sites 399 to 418 on the right, and on the left we're passing 413, 412, 411 on the left. There's 411. We're going to turn right here. There's a dumpster, full service restroom facility. Passing sites 401 to 408 on the right there. And on the right, that's the RV that we were in, provided by Mount Comfort RV. Thanks, Mount Comfort RV. We had a blast. This is our first time RVing as a family. It was amazing. All right, we're going to hang a right, and we're going to pass sites 410 and 417 on the left, and then 409 and 418 on the right, before we turn back on to Walnut. What's it called? Walnut Road. So we're passing 419 to 422 on the left, or on the right, I'm sorry, and sites 279 to 277 on the left. All right, now we're going to turn into Locust Road. Locust Road has two campsites off of it to the right there. That's 273 and 274. And as we head back onto Walnut Road, we're going to pass sites 268 and 266 on the right and 267 on the left. Passing a new style pit toilet on the left. And now we're passing sites 265 to 258. Okay, now we're going to make our way out of the Taylor Ridge section of the campground and head back towards Raccoon Ridge. So all of these sites you've seen before, but you'll get a different perspective going out instead of coming in. So we're going to pass sites 257 to 233 on the right, and we're going to pass the Dogwood Road section of the campground, which we've already passed, and then we'll pass 244 to 232 on the left. So if you've camped here in the fall, drop something in the comments below and let me know how you liked it, what site you stayed at, what was your view like. I'd love to come back here during the leaf change. Okay, I'm going to pull off a little bit here and let this very large travel trailer go by. He's got bikes on the front, kayaks, a stand-up paddleboard, a fifth wheel, and then bikes on the back. That guy was loaded. Okay, so we're passing the Black Oak Road section of the campground. There's the full-service restroom facility. So we're passing sites 218 to 215 on the right. And then we're going to pass sites 212 to 197 on the left as we make our way out. So the drive out really does give you a good sense for how big and how spread out this campground really is. That's site 194 to the left. And then passing a old style pit toilet. Okay, now we're passing sites 192 to 165 on the left, and we're passing 190 to 164 on the right. There's a new style pit toilet on the left, a dumpster for trash. And we are making our way out of the Taylor Ridge section of the campground. Okay, and for the last section of the drive, we're going to drive up Walnut Road, past the Raccoon Ridge section of the campground, and into the Buffalo Ridge section of the campground to the camp store. As we pass Raccoon Ridge, we're going to pass sites 163, 162, 160, and 159 on the right, and sites 156, 157, and 158 to the left. Now we're heading up Walnut Road back to the Buffalo Ridge section of the campground. So on our left here, we're going to pass the water fill station for RVs and campers. So again, keep that in mind. If you need water, make sure you fill up before you get to your campsite, especially if you're camping in Taylor Ridge, because it is quite a drive. There's Pimon Road and the dump station. And we are approaching the parking lot for the camp store, and that is a driving tour of Brown County State Park. So guys, if you've hung in this long, I want to say thanks for watching. I know this one has been a long video. I wanted to give you a great tour of the campground, especially the driving portions. It is absolutely huge, as you can see, but it is a fantastic campground with lots of different site options, and I'm sure you can find one to meet your needs. Guys, we are going to be doing individual campsite reviews for the Taylor Ridge section of the campground only. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to shoot as many of the campsites as we wanted, but we did do a good coverage of Taylor Ridge sites. So we're going to be bringing those to you on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube. Again, guys, I want to thank my sponsor, Mount Comfort RV. Thanks again for being such a fantastic sponsor of Camp Outside and supplying the RV for our Indiana summer tour. Guys, as I said, we did a summer tour of 6 state parks in Indiana. So we're going to be bringing you campground reviews, campsite reviews, hiking videos, and a whole lot more content from all of the state parks that we hit on our Indiana summer tour. So we hit Prophetstown State Park, Chain of Lake State Park, Indiana Dunes State Park, Brown County State Park, Spring Mill State Park, and Clifty Falls State Park. So if you want content from those state parks, like campground reviews and campsite reviews, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and hit that like button for me on this video. So guys, Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. So if you have any questions about camping at Brown County State Park, any of the other state parks in Indiana, or just getting your kids outside in general, hiking or fishing, we'd love to hear from you. Drop something in the comments below, or hit us up on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter, or you can check out our website at www.campoutside.com. So guys, I wanted to let you know that Mount Comfort RV is producing a TV series called Let's Go Campin'. That'll be available not only on TV in the Indianapolis market, but also right here on YouTube and Facebook as well. So be sure to check out Let's Go Campin'. It's a 30-minute TV show packed full of all kinds of different camping content for in and around Indiana. I know you'll love it, and you'll get to see me on there. So an added plus or minus, depending on how you feel about me. If you've watched this far, guys, I know you love me. Just hit that like button. So guys, we release new videos all the time. I've got videos coming out at least 5 days a week right now, and we're going to be going to 6 days a week here soon, all at 11 a.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube. So be sure to hit that subscribe and that little bell But just keep coming back, guys, for more content from all kinds of Indiana state parks, as well as state parks and campgrounds around the United States. Also, guys, one more thing before I let you go. Watch this video to learn how you can win free gear from Camp Outside. We do awesome gear giveaways where we give away fantastic gear, camping gear, hiking gear, fishing gear. We're always giving out great stuff. So watch that video to learn how you can win free gear from Camp Outside. Guys, thanks for watching Camp Outside. We will see you next time.